Go up to Bill Thomas. He's following it for us in Air 7 HD. Bill?
Yeah, Michelle, just a couple of minutes ago, this turned into a 3-county pursuit. We are in Ocean. Failure to yield. They tell us that the suspect is actually a danger to herself. They get that information from the LAPD. LAPD first started this chase somewhere in the west end of the San Fernando Valley near Roscoe and Winnetka. They had information suggesting that female driver was a danger to herself, possibly suicidal. They tried to get her to pull over. It didn't happen. And then down by LAX, LAPD pulled off. California Highway Patrol, they took over, and we've tracked this thing coming down from LAX on the 405 out of LA County through Orange County, past the El Toro Y out of San Clemente, and then just past the San Clemente Pier, a little beyond that, that's where you hit the San Diego County line. Again, we did cross Cristianitos and the San Onofre nuclear power plant. They are making their way down into Oceanside right now, and perhaps this could go all the way into San Diego proper. Traffic is very light right now. This is a very dimly lit area of northern San Diego County.
Okay, well.
So in addition to a failure to yield, this is all.
Some intermittent signal problems there. We apologize for that. You see in that freeze frame of our digital picture from Air 7 HD that it is a white SUV that they are chasing. We'll try to get that signal back, and we'll be right back. Breaking news, and we have our signal back now in San Diego County where that pursuit continues. It started in the western San Fernando Valley and has continued now into the San Diego County, Oceanside, and perhaps south of there at this point. Bill Thomas is in Air 7 HD over this pursuit of a woman in a white SUV. Bill?
Yeah, it's so dark out here right now. It's so dimly lit. It's hard to tell exactly where they're at other than North San Diego County, southbound on Interstate 5. The Camp Pendleton airspace is controlling this area right now, so they're keeping us off of the pursuit by about a mile offshore. We are looking into the freeway, though. I think this female driver may have hit a spike strip just a short while ago. We saw some sparks coming up from the front end of the car, so the driver may have lost at least one tire. That's where we saw all the sparks. And in time, what's going to happen is the rubber from the tire, that's basically just going to fall apart. Then you'll have that rim, the metal on the concrete. That's going to generate a great deal of friction. That'll turn to heat. The heat can sometimes turn to flames, and that's where things turn real ugly. This could turn into a really wicked crash in no time at all. We've been traveling at about 120 miles per hour right now, and it took us quite a while just to catch up with that driver. So she is moving along at a real good clip. And you can see that first CHP officer just behind her by about a quarter of a mile, and there are a number of other additional CHP officers behind that driver. And then there are 2 police helicopters overhead. There's a CHP helicopter. He's off to our left, and then the Orange County Sheriff's Department, they have Duke 1 right on top. So there's really nowhere for that suspect to go. As soon as the Camp Pendleton Tower lets us in, we'll get a little bit closer and see what she's doing. But she may be finally slowing down. We're slowing down now, so apparently she is as well. But once again, we were up to 120, had trouble catching up to her. This is simply a failure to yield. LAPD officers told us they had information that this driver may be a danger to herself, possibly suicidal. It's also information confirmed by the California Highway Patrol. They took over the chase from LAPD officers way back in LA County near LAX. We followed it out of LA County through Orange County, past the El Toro Y, and now we've made it all the way into Oceanside. You may be able to see from time to time some sparks coming up from the right front tire, and that looks like the tire that was damaged by that stop stick just a few minutes ago. Large white SUV, it may be a Ford Expedition with a full tank of gas, even though they get pretty poor gas mileage. A full tank of gas, that can take you a real long distance, and the driver may have ties to San Diego proper, so this could go all the way into downtown San Diego. Once again, we've made it into Oceanside. This is a CHP pursuit. It's going at a real good clip. When it does come to an end, keep in mind if you're a late-night commuter in northern San Diego County, when these things come to an end, generally they shut the whole freeway down to take that suspect into custody and to ensure everyone's safety. So a full closure, that's in the works. That's going to happen here momentarily once this comes to an end, hopefully peacefully, and hopefully no one gets injured. Mark.
Bill, it looked like from the reflection on the pavement that the roads are wet. Is it raining down there?
There may have been a cell that went through a short while ago, but at this point the freeway is a little bit wet, but there is no falling rain right now. And you can look at that front tire. It's a little difficult to see, but I saw just a moment ago with some lights. It looks like one of the police helicopters has their night sun on. She's riding on a rim right now. That means she's going to lose a great deal of stability. Got that right blinker on. Maybe she'll try to pull over a little bit, but at this point she's riding at best on 3 good tires. It's just a matter of time before that metal rim at those speeds on that concrete, it's going to generate a great deal of heat and friction. And I've seen these these things go up in flames and you lose a lot of stability, especially with that moisture from a cell that did move through here a while ago. The freeway at this point not exactly wet, just a little bit damp, but that's certainly not going to help that driver maintain stability on that car. And it looks like we're going to look at speeds of approximately 60, maybe 70 miles per hour. So she's really scaled back from where she was just a few short minutes ago.
All right, what does the freeway look like ahead of her? I would assume there's not much traffic, right?
Yeah, very lightly traveled right now in northern San Diego County. It's hard to say what's going to happen as we get further into the interior down towards San Diego proper, but in northern San Diego County, South I-5, traffic is very light right now. This is actually the time of the night where the Caltrans projects start getting into full swing. I don't know what San Diego County has in store tonight, but there could be some full closures up ahead, or at least partial closures. Now she's slowing down. She's got that right lane. She may be exiting the freeway or pulling over to the right shoulder, and we'll see what happens here over the next several minutes. CHP officers handling this very, very gingerly. They know she's got some problems. Again, we've heard from the California Highway Patrol and LAPD officers she may be a danger to herself, possibly suicidal. So they are giving her a wide berth and allowing her time to simply pull over and call it a night. It's come to a stop, and it looks like she is down now to about 45, maybe 50 miles per hour. She's got her hands out the window right now, but still moving at a pretty good clip. And you look around the car right now, you can see all those windows are tinted, so officers are going to have a real difficult time to see who, if anybody else, is inside the car with that suspect. Hard to tell if that's just her arms or if she's putting her whole body. It looks like her whole body, her head outside the driver's side window as she continues south I-5, but bit by bit coming to a slow, might be stopping right now. And you can see now that right front tire, it's just the rim. You can see the heat and a little bit of friction there. We saw some sparks a short while ago. Now we're down to about 15 miles per hour, swerving. Suspect out of the car, or her body is halfway out of the car. Now the door is open. She gets out, and she is approaching officers. Very dangerous. Keep that shot a little wide for you right now because this could get real ugly. Looks like they're going to try to take her down. They may have used some non-lethal rounds there to bring her down. She's down to the ground, so let's move back in. It's unclear what they did to get her down, but she is down on the ground. Looks like it's a taser. You see the officer with the jacket, the one on his left. I can see the taser's up. The suspect is down. She'll be taken into custody momentarily. I can't tell you right now as they take that suspect into custody. As we mentioned just a few minutes ago, the whole interstate is shut down right now. South I-5, just south of Oceanside. The freeway is closed. Once she's in cuffs and in a cruiser, bit by bit, they'll reopen all lanes here in northern San Diego County.
Some idea of the approximate off-ramp or the closest off-ramp you are to, that you're near to right now?
At this point, it would be strictly a guess because the area is so poorly illuminated. We had to come down over the Pacific Ocean to get over to the freeway. They may be somewhere close to Highway 78, and it might be Highway 76. Been a long time since I've driven down to the San Diego County area, but this is clearly closest to Oceanside, southbound on Interstate 5, and a full freeway closure as the investigation wraps up.
All right, we can see they are checking the vehicle to make sure that there's no one else inside. There they are opening the back door now. And the female driver is still on the ground. As Bill said, she was most likely hit with a non-lethal weapon, perhaps tased, as she ran toward those police officers. Thankfully, her hands were in the air. They could see that she didn't have a weapon. And she clearly needs some help. The report was this was a woman who was apparently a danger to herself, possibly suicidal. She was being followed from the San Fernando Valley, initially by the LAPD, and then when she got onto the freeway, the CHP took it over. But thankfully, no one has been injured on the freeways because of this pursuit, and she is now being taken into custody. It
ended the best possible way. Nobody got hurt, including the suspect, including the officers. There was no accident. All sorts of ways this could have gone badly. And she's riding on 3 wheels on a rain-slicked road, so this could have gone badly in terms of her having an accident, losing control, flipping the vehicle. You saw her with her head out the window at some point. This was just, it could have gone so badly, and thanks to Providence and the actions of these pursuing officers, everybody's okay, and she will get the help that she apparently needs.
All right, and we've got some video that we've just turned around to show you how this came to an end. She had been leaning out the window for some time, and then you could see she got out of the car while it was still moving a bit. She started to walk toward the officers with her hands in the air, fortunately, so they could see that she didn't have a weapon in her hands, and then they hit her with either a taser or some kind of non-lethal weapon, and she is now in custody, and hopefully getting some much-needed help.
Okay, well, that is the end of that pursuit. Southbound 5 Freeway in Oceanside, and that's going to do it for us here at 11 o'clock tonight here on ABC 7. Jimmy Kimmel Live is up next.
And we hope that you'll join us for Eyewitness News when it returns tomorrow at 4:30 a.m. And remember that you can get your news 24 hours a day at abc7.com or by downloading one of our ABC7 apps. You can follow us on Twitter and on Facebook. Thanks for watching, and we hope you have a great night.
All right. Worth mentioning, too, Spark of Love starts tomorrow, 4:30 a.m.
Yeah,
Garth Kemp
that's right.
at the Los Cerritos Center in Cerritos. Good night.